Okay, so it seems like that Denim situation has been absolutely blowing up lately. You guys absolutely killed it on the last video that I made on this, and well, it seems like it's become even more of a bigger topic over on Twitter. Now, this is really great to see, as it seems like more of Twitter and more of the VTubing fans have been getting involved in this, right? And this obviously follows a clip coming from Denims, which we covered in the last video, of her essentially kind of coming after this guy for following a lot of VTubers and referring to them as GoonTubers and kind of going into the really goonist side of things, while at the same time very conveniently missing out a lot of the other creators, including, I'm pretty sure Amaranth was in there, yeah, Amaranth down there, who obviously is known for that kind of content, right? And obviously many people have been speaking up about this. Obviously I've been included in here. We've got Auntie here saying the fact that she called VTubers Goonabait when she herself has an OnlyFans Lamau, which is 100% true. Again, we covered that as well. Essentially, yeah, Denims does have a OF herself, and she is trying to use like Gooner and stuff like that as a kind of derogatory term, when in actual case, she's the one that is appealing to them. Like, it's clear as day. It's incredibly weird why she's kind of attacking them for that. But again, if she wants to alienate her own audience even further, then she can go ahead and do so. But obviously as well, I got my post here saying constantly uses goon as a derogatory term towards VTubers, avoids using it for all of the IRL OF streamers, and has her own OF. Said, I think someone feels threatened by 2D women outdoing her. And obviously, I thought that's pretty hilarious. You know, it seems like she definitely feels somewhat threatened by a bunch of VTubers, a bunch of 2D women who obviously, don't show off their actual kind of bodies and instead show off a virtual one, which I think, well, some of them, obviously some of them, you know, she was the whole point of the clip was she was generalizing a lot of VTubers as GoonTubers, when there's many who don't create that kind of content. You know, you've got people like ChibiDoki down here, who's like the complete opposite of that kind of stuff, right? Yes, there's a couple of VTubers in here who do create kind of content like that, but she even went through people like Pippa and Kirsha, right, who don't do that kind of stuff. So again, I think it's incredibly weird how she generalized all of them to just kind of be goon tubers, especially whenever she herself kind of appeals to that kind of content, right? We also got Legal Mindset as well, speaking on this, saying Denims is not only going to lose her lawsuit in epic fashion, but just kicked the literal hornet's nest by attacking VTubers as a whole, including many that are wholly undeserving of the slurs that she slings at them. VTuber fans are about to launch the 9th crusade for their Oshi, which, yeah, it's 100% true. Obviously, Legal Mindset is very involved with the VTuber community, especially with a lot of the Ironmouse stuff that he's been covering and things like that. He's very in the know about that kind of stuff, and yeah, he's 100% right there. You also got ChaCha as well, which we covered in the last video, kind of saying Denims pointed at me and said time to goon, which obviously is pretty interesting, considering, again, he doesn't really do anything like that. Which I think is pretty interesting as well. Tectone saying, why is this complaining about a dude? I don't want to get banned, by the way. I would say it, but I don't want to get like bonked by YouTube. A dude watching VTubers and calling them GoonTubers. So again, obviously, yeah, it seems like a lot of people were not happy with this, as well as Chibi Review saying, why is she attacking VTubers, and even going as far as to call them all GoonTubers, while she herself has an OF. And also Kirsha as well, one of the people actually featured on here, has been talking about it, saying we're reaching levels of retardation previously thought impossible, which, yeah, 100% true. You know, all of these people are 100% true, and I think it's pretty funny. Now, speaking of people that have been included on here, I think we've also got Canaria, who was also featured. Again, I think they were featured at some point in this clip because they kind of comment above it saying, oh, hi. So again, they're approaching a lot of VTubers, and I see people in the comments as well saying, Lamau, I saw you, and I was like, oh, hey, girl. So they are throwing in a lot of VTubers in this clip and in this kind of stuff. Now, this was the one clip that's kind of been trending a little bit recently with this actually coming out, and I thought it was just perfect, especially considering my statement on it of her being threatened by 2D people. But this is the clip from Shondo, which a lot of you guys as well were kind of pointing at, which I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it pretty much like perfectly sums up this situation, and I just kind of wanted to show it to you.
We don't like real women anymore. What, you mean these virtual women go online and make money, and I have to spend 3 hours putting makeup on? Yep. Get over it, whore. Your days are over. Your womb is drying up. My womb is eternal.
So yeah, that's obviously her, clowning on a lot of people who, clearly feel very threatened by VTubers kind of getting into the space, and obviously kind of taking a lot of the jobs, because people will just pay for other VTubers OFs because, they're kind of eternal. They don't age. They're a drawing, right? And obviously, I think that is quite funny. And also, you have a lot of VTubers as well, including Lena Lazar, kind of commenting on this, saying, "OMG, I've made it, Ma." Obviously, reacting to them being included onto this list. And that is the main majority of what VTubers are saying right now. As this comment says right here, I said, "I love how all the VTubers have the same reaction to this clip, just saying, hell yeah, I'm on the list." Which, yeah, I think is like the most positive way that they can take it, because you can see this is a clear attack on them. But a lot of them are choosing to stay positive and just be like, "Oh, wow, I'm getting more kind of interaction." Because let's be real, some people are going to see this and they're going to go, "Oh, maybe I'll just go check out that VTuber instead." The person that's talking is a bit of a dumbass, right? But I'll go check out the VTubers that she's mentioned over here, and I call them Guna VTubers or whatever, and then just move on with my day, which I think is obviously a very positive kind of way to kind of end this. Also, we've got Chibi reviews, as I said. People have been commenting on this, saying, "Simple, Chibi, guys would rather listen to a girl behind a pretty anime model who actually has a personality and is a sweetheart over obnoxious people who got this far because of her looks." Which, yeah, obviously, yeah, that's 100% true. And again, a lot of people have been commenting on this one clip, which I think is great to see. It is great to see that a lot of people have been fighting back, and many VTubers have been speaking up about it and talking about it, because again, it's a clear attack on VTubers in general. Now, obviously, did she like kind of go onto stream intending to attack VTubers as a whole? No, but she ended up doing so in the process, and I think that obviously this has caused the backlash that we are seeing at the moment. They say, all I hear whenever I read these posts is, "Don't waste your time gooning to these women cosplaying as anime characters. Use it instead to goon to my 4 out of 10 bodies so I can use my your money to pay for my ongoing legal fees." Which, yeah, again, Denims has literally been the one who has been, kind of selling a lot of, OnlyFans stuff, right, to fund her lawsuit, like literally almost begging on her Twitter for people to go and buy her photo set because she needs money for a lawsuit, which I think is crazy, right? And obviously, Kitsu says, "Doesn't Denims have an OF?" I said, "Who is she to judge? Hate this better than thou attitude man." Nux says, "Who's mad that she can't compete with 2D women?" Kind of saying, "Mum, I'm on the TV." VTubers, my fan saying, "Other woman crashing out and getting upset that she's losing to viewerships to VTubers, many such cases." Which, yeah, I honestly think that might be a big reason as well as to why, she feels so offended by this, and why she goes so aggressively into VTubers. It's probably because they are getting more viewers than her, and, well, she's not very happy about it. And I understand it's okay, to have people that get more views than you. I understand it, right? But again, I think kind of attacking people over it is stupid, right? And obviously, we all know Denims isn't exactly the brightest person in the community, right? And, well, I say the community, just on Twitter. And obviously, I've been previously blocked for something, which, again, obviously, was pretty interesting. I forgot what I even got blocked for. I think I commented on one of her posts, with a counter argument, and she just blocked me, which I thought was pretty interesting. But again, obviously, that kind of shows you what kind of person she is. And again, it just seems like this kind of hatred towards VTubers seems to be deep rooted in something. Obviously, she does say at the start, right, that she loves VTubers and that she she thinks they're great and everything, and then goes on to kind of like dog on all of them, which I think is pretty interesting. And yeah, I just think it's a crazy clip in general that obviously a lot of the VTubing fans have kind of gotten a hold of and are now fighting back against it, which is exactly what we want to see. And as I said, she perfectly kind of misses out a lot of the opportunities to kind of mention people like this. The only one she does actually mention is Asian Bunny X here, which she said that she respects, which I think is pretty interesting because, again, she says she respects the IRL kind of goon tubers, whatever you want to call them, right? But for some reason, whenever it comes to VTubers, all of a sudden she has a problem with it. And again, I think that is due to some deep-rooted kind of hatred or jealousy towards, obviously a 2D woman doing better than her, whether it's on OF or Twitch or literally anywhere else, and that will probably always be the case because, again, Denims is extremely unlikable. Nobody at least nobody that I know has said, "Oh, you know who my favorite streamer is? Denims. No, that just doesn't happen. But again, I think it's quite funny. Again, anyways, that's what I got for this video. If you guys if you guys enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off again. They got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.